Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon and The Blackest Heart, both books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm here to review Bone Silence, book number 3 in Alastair Reynolds' Revenger trilogy. Now, I've reviewed the first 2 books in this series, Revenger and Shadow Captain. If you want to find those reviews and watch those first, go ahead, just type in my last name, Durfee, and the title of either of those books, and I swear to God, the video will magically appear upon your screen, and you can watch those there, and then you can come watch this one. So let's get to this one, Bone Silence. You know, we always review the covers first because I love graphic design and cover illustration, so let's take a look at this bad boy. Orbit Books, they always do a great job with their covers. The Revenger cover was dope. Take a look at that. The Shadow Captain cover was super dope. And I think I like this one the best of the 3. I mean, we've got the Bone Silence right in the middle. Alastair Reynolds' name down here in a little bit thinner font. Then we've got these great starships back here and the purple stars. This starship up front just kind of flying right at us. It's a great image. Normally I give a shout out to the illustrator that did the illustration. However, this one looks like, according to the back here, looks like it was done by committee. That committee was Hatchet Book Group, Deposit Photos, Black Sheep Design, and the art director at Orbit Books, Lauren Panapinto. So, you know, most things that are done by committee suck balls. This actually looks really good. So, A+ for the cover work. Can't complain. They all look good. Orbit Books always does grand covers. What about the book itself? Now, in the first 2 books, what happens is, starts out with Fira and Adriana Ness, sisters that run away from home. They're in a galactic empire similar to Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever you want. They run away from home, from their home planet, because their father wants to inject them with a serum that will keep them teenagers the rest of their life. They don't want that. They want to run their own lives, so they run away from home. They join a starship crew. They join a starship crew as bone readers. Bone readers, in essence, are these sort of wizards that are on the starships. Actually, there's a lot of different sorts of magic users that join starships and spaceships in this world, in this universe. And bone readers are some, there's like bauble readers, there's a bunch of different things. But the bone readers are specifically to suss out, artifacts that one might find in an exploded planet out in the space. There's like debris in the space, or ancient spaceships that have crashed or just floating. I mean, bone readers are sort of to kind of suss out where that kind of stuff is. In a nutshell. There's a little more complex than that. Along with the other magic parts of this universe, which I won't get into because that's part of the fun of these books, is discovering all of that on your own. So anyway, they run away from home. They go through, in these first 2 books, they go through, they face space pirates, monsters, massacres, space battles, evil villains galore, up until the point where they end up captaining their own starship called Revenger. And that's kind of where we're at here. Now, throughout all of this, they are sort of chased by the evil Captain Bosa, their nemesis, who still dogs their heels throughout the galaxy. And this trilogy is a very, very sort of popcorn-esque, Star Wars-y space opera, fast-paced adventure tale. It reads a lot differently than Alastair Reynolds' myriad of other novels, which I've got and I'll show you. I mean, I've got all of his novels right down here. There's the whole Alastair Reynolds set. Anyway, most of his novels are pretty densely written. I mean, the type of writing that you really, really got to pay attention to every sentence. They're kind of like very Steven Erikson-esque in their grim, dark tone and the way that they're written and the way that you just got to pay attention to everything. Otherwise, you lose the plot thread and all of that. And not only that, but they're very hard science-oriented. They're very... I mean, we're talking about grand, huge, outer space, scientific themes in his other novels, whereas this trilogy, he really sort of boils down the writing to a level in which a lot of that stuff is stripped away. Now, I love all that stuff. That's what got me interested into Alastair Reynolds to begin with. Now, though, he's got this sort of just fun adventure trilogy that you can, you know, access very easily. It's not really something you need to be riveted to every single word and pay attention to every single thing that's going on, or you lose this, or you lose the many subplots and threads. This is a very, very straightforward narrative space opera. Now, in this book, the two sisters have morphed from teenagers on the run in these books to competent adult and battle-hardened leaders themselves. I mean, now they've got their own starship, they've got their own crew. Now they have to deal with adult themes and adult situations. Before they were just kind of always on the run, always being chased. Now that they're kind of like they've got responsibility of their own and people to look after of their own, now it's more of like they've grown up. That's the story arc. Naive little teenage girls running away from home, and now they are battle-hardened starship captains themselves, which is cool. I really actually liked that. It's probably, honestly, I think I do enjoy the other 15 or so Alastair Reynolds books that I've got a little better than these, just because I like I just like the immersive quality of those books, other than the sort of fast-paced quality of these books. Although, for space opera adventures that are fast-paced and well-written, this you can't do better. I mean, you can't get better. I mean, these are great. I give the final episode of the Revenger trilogy an 8 out of 10. I actually really liked these books for a fast-paced change from Alastair Reynolds. We'll be reviewing all of them, though, so get ready for that.